Hey everybody, Nick Yates here with Yates Digital Marketing, and today we're going to talk about how to grow and monetize a thriving SMS list. This is for supplement and health brands who want to grow their revenue faster, and SMS is a great place to start if you're neglecting this. Real quick, I am Nick Yates, the founder of Yates Digital Marketing, 8 figures in email marketing for health and supplement brands, and we rely a lot on copy-centric emails. So more about me in the description below. So let's dive in. Why SMS is the first question, especially for supplement brands. The simplest way that I can explain it is you're 100% leaving money on the table if you're not using SMS. It's one of the most direct ways to connect with your audience, and it keeps them in the know about what's going on with your brand. Many brands are neglecting this. They think that their readers aren't utilizing SMS and won't read them. They think that they're only should be using SMS for their younger market if they have a younger market, but really that's not true. It's there's a ton of statistics to back this up. I pulled a handful here from simpletexting.com. Just a few I'll go through here. Most businesses are having an average SMS click-through rate between 21 and 35%, and an average opt-out rate between 1 and 2%. So compare that to email. A good email list is doing 1 to 2% click-through rate, so super high engagement for SMS. Many businesses are reporting that 11 to 20% of their revenue is now being attributed to SMS marketing. So that's a huge bump. Just take your current number and add 10 to 20% on that, and you would have a hell of an increase there. So next one, 81% of consumers check their text notifications within just 5 minutes. This one I think is closer to seconds for many of the people that I know and myself personally, and nearly 30% check their text within 60 seconds. I definitely cannot say that for email. Over 90% of consumers text every day. I would guess that number to be much higher than that. 80% of consumers say texting is the most important activity they do on their phones throughout the day. In 2024, 79% of consumers opted in to receive text messages from businesses, indicating 11% growth in consumers opting in from last year. 60% consumers like having the capability to text businesses back. That's an interesting one I'll talk about, but there's a lot of communication. I know, for instance, like I got behind on a daily multivitamin that I use through Onnit, and it is one that I just simply replied, asked them to pause my subscription for a month, and they replied and let me know that it was already done. That's so much easier for me than jumping into an email and trying to go through that route. Last one here, most consumers currently receive text from 1 to 3 businesses, but are willing to opt into text from 4 to 6. So that number is a significant number that could be doubled or tripled for many consumers. So the big question now is, how do I start growing my list? How do I send these SMS messages? What do they look like? What can I do with it? Where should I send it? Those are the questions we're going to cover here now. So first thing, how to grow your list. You got to have SMS contacts to actually send to them, obviously. So first one here is the lowest hanging fruit. So for all of my clients, we immediately jump into a multi-step opt-in. So you've probably seen this before, but here's an example of what it looks like. I rarely see any major brand without the two-step opt-in now. So it looks like a pop-up on your website or your on desktop and mobile, and it's very easy to set up in something like Klaviyo or similar, but it looks like, hey, give us your email for this discount, and then the next one is sign up for our SMS list, and then a thank you page. So the multi-step, step 1, email, step 2, SMS, I would go in that specific order. Another new one that has come about in the past probably year or so is on-site opt-ins. So this is pretty cool because users aren't leaving your website to finish the actual opt-in process. So you've probably seen it on your phone. You opt into an SMS list, and then those little numbers pop up from your text message, and it autofills right there on your phone. That's what we're kind of looking for here. Keeps them on the website, keeps them shopping, keeps them interacting without having to leave the actual platform, which is usually our website. So that can vary from ESP to ESP. So I highly recommend you look into that, but it's kind of subjective for this specific guide for me to go through all those examples. Next one is super low hanging fruit. Literally run an email to your current email list and tell them to sign up for your SMS. It's super simple, often seems too simple, so brands don't do it. But you can take your current engaged list, tell them you're starting a VIP SMS list, give them a reason to join, either a discount or early bird access, special VIP program, whatever it is, and then that's it. You simply send them to even as simple as a Klaviyo opt-in form page. You can pull from the SMS section. It gives you a direct link to opt into SMS. I'll get into what to offer here in just a second. So don't freak out if you're just worried about spamming 10%, 10%, 10% like every other brand. But really, it could be as simple as sending an email, say, hey, we're about to launch one of our biggest promotions of the year. If you want early access or fill in any specific offer, they need to get on our SMS list. I do this with a specific brand that often can run out of stock. So we send them, if you want to have our most up-to-date information and hear about it before anybody else to guarantee that you get what you want, join our SMS list. And by frequent, this is a big call out here. I would do this every month. That's kind of minimum, like, hey, we've got new people on the list. We've got this special VIP SMS list, whatever you call it. I would send it monthly. Just do one campaign to your email list. It's super simple. If you're sending out 3-4 emails a week, there's no reason you can't choose one of those the entire month and throw in an SMS offer. So we've got how to grow the list. Now the question is, what's the best offer? What are you going to send to them? For me, my answer is always the same. It's the boring direct response answer, but you need to test it. But I won't leave you hanging. I've got some offers here that you can use starting today once you finish up this video. So the first one is the easiest. Just literally ask them. Give them a reason. Say, hey, we've got this VIP SMS list and I want you to be on it. That's the super simple way to do it. The next one, you could use this for like a 2-step offer. So that first offer that I showed you in the image above, you could say, hey, we've got 10% off if you sign up for our email list. And then they sign up for that and say, hey, you want an additional 5%, sign up for SMS list. And then they get the 5%. You can do the same thing with dollar amounts. Hey, do you want $15 off your first order? Then sign up for email. Then the next one is, do you want another $15 off? Whatever it is, just increase the offer or discount. Free shipping. Join our VIP SMS list. We'll give you free shipping on your next order. Super easy. Bonus rewards. This is one that you can, if you have a rewards program, like Swell is a good one, for instance. I've used that a lot. You can give them bonus points for opting in and doing other things, like join our private Facebook group, refer a friend, join our SMS list. Those kinds of things are easy to pass out bonus rewards points for, because the reward points are just monopoly money for your brand, but they can mean real benefits to the reader. So reward points equal cash in our store. So if you get 200 reward points, every 2 points is $1. You can do something as simple as that, but your SMS list could be where you give them a major reward point bonus. Next one, SMS only stuff. So this is very common but very powerful. SMS only product releases, SMS only flash sale, special access, early bird, those kinds of things. They're all super powerful if you wanted to grow your list. You're going to run a promo, give early bird access. Tell them they're going to get it 48 hours before anybody else. Black Friday, at the time of recording this, it's August. We got Black Friday, Cyber Monday right around the corner. Start an early bird list, VIP only. You're going to get early access to our sale. That guarantees you lock in your pricing, your stock, your size, whatever kind of brand you're running. Give them early access, special access, whatever it is. Number one thing, though, I see so many brands that don't actually fulfill on this. They forget to give them early access to the promo. It just kind of ruins the whole VIP vibe if you don't fulfill on your promise. So make sure you fulfill on these promises. Now, where else can you use SMS? Obviously, you can just send campaigns every week, spam that thing. But I kind of do it differently. But I don't go too crazy with it. It's an offer-based platform right now. You don't need to send a value-building thing where you pay for like 4 SMS credits per message. That's just not the way this platform works. I like to send specific types of SMS, which I'll get into here. But one of the main areas I see neglected is flows and automations. According to Klaviyo, there's guidelines to follow for abandonment flows. You can make your own decision there. I won't comment on that, but these are what Klaviyo recommends, these rules here. Double opt-in, 1 SMS per recipient per flow, must be within 48 hours of abandonment, and wireless carriers could block you. So that's up to you if you want to include only 1 SMS per abandonment flow. I see many brands doing more than that, so up to you. But moving on, I just kind of wanted to let you know that ahead of time before you go buck wild on this thing. But possible flows. So this is where I usually implement SMS for all of my clients. So we're looking at welcome flow, browse product, browse website, abandoned cart and checkout, shipping notifications, reward program, reward program updates and notifications. Tough to say. Reward program. Post purchase, customer win back, sunset flows, those kinds of places. So basically, anywhere you want to use SMS, that's a great place to get that extra touch point in. Some people just simply don't read SMS. Or don't read email. I'm sorry. My wife will read every SMS she gets from brands. She's got 300,000 emails sitting in her inbox. Total nightmare scenario for me, the email marketer, but SMS will reach her and see, get her eyeballs on the offer that we're talking about. So it's very subjective to the person, the list, everything. Next up is your campaigns. I'm a big fan of using 1 to 2 SMS per week, keeps the list fresh. And the big caveat is like, I only do this if I have something valuable to send them. So I'm really not just spamming like, hey, check out this blog, unless it's a high converting landing page. It's a blog that has links and it's more of like a funnel really than just, hey, read this blog. That's not really doing much for us unless we're just looking at like post purchase to where we're validating the purchase, very specific scenarios to where education may come into play. But most of the time, I'm looking at promo specific things. So with campaigns, you might target segments that have never purchased, but they're recently new to the list. This is really like the holy grail first purchase. So going from 0 to 1 is how you make your money. The educational content and direct to product SMS are going to be huge. So if they are on the fence about our product, I might throw in a blog or a resource, but then mostly I'm giving them a specific offer. And if it's going to be their first purchase, it's probably one of my best offers I've got. SMS promo cadence. So if I'm running like a week-long promo, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10 day promo, this is typically what I can do. So you could easily steal this for your next promo. One day after the launch, so maybe we launched Monday afternoon. On Tuesday, I'm going to say, hey, did you see yesterday's big announcement? Here it is. Kind of like a clickbaity, mystery. Like if they actually missed it, they're like, oh, what's going on? What did I miss? Then the next one I'll send, so SMS 2, anywhere from 48 to 72 hours before the sale ends, I'll just give them a reminder plus the offer. And I'll show you these examples. They're very direct. It's like, hey, we've got 20% off site-wide right now. Use code blah, blah, blah. Ends on Sunday. And then the third one, I like to send it mid-afternoon. So oftentimes my final day of a promo, I'm sending out a morning email, SMS in the afternoon, evening email. So pretty simple cadence, but these are 3 extra touch points that most brands are not doing during their promos, and you can get it done with SMS. Now, how do we write these things? This I will give you, you'll have access to this doc if you watch this video, but you can swipe these, but these are some previous SMS either I found personally like just very good, or I actually wrote them myself. So ancestral supplements, these are from some flows, and then Heart and Soil is another brand that I know their list manager, but ancestral supplements, former client of mine. This was a flow that we worked on. Notice you stopped by. We provide free individualized guidance to support you on every step of your own ancestral health journey. So don't hesitate to text us back. So ancestral supplements has the best support team I've ever worked with. So we did a lot of, hey, write back and tell us specifically what's going on with your health, and we'll help you out. Like we were, free guides is kind of the way that we did that. Incredible support team. So we could do that with that brand. If that doesn't work for you, don't use this specific kind of strategy. Next one here in the middle is a shipment reminder. So that's what I was talking about in a previous up top that I was just talking about with, hey, your order's at the door, just kind of an excitement thing. And then the last one here is an abandonment one. So again, Heart and Soil use this. Still on the fence about swapping seed oils for beef tallow. Here's some education on that. So it's not direct to product, but it's about a recent blog post that they had. Campaign and promo examples. So this one here, more education. Did you see my summer hair guide yet? So this was for Hair Love. That is a supplement brand that helps women with thinning hair, balding, that kind of thing. So this was just a summer hair guide. It is seasonal. This was sent out before summertime hit, and it's very topical to women that are struggling with hair loss. They know summer is a time where like you have to treat your hair differently during the summer than you do in the wintertime. So that was a nice SMS to have there. This one here, another promo. This is super direct. July 4th sale now live. 20% off site-wide. Use this code, including 20% off your first month, any subscription. So, this brand specifically does 20% off site-wide or your first month subscription, but it could just be simply July 4th sale now live, 20% off, use code 4th sale. Like, very direct is my point. Grab some of these from Dr. Squatch. So they've got a really good SMS list, awesome brand in general. If you're not familiar with Dr. Squatch, they're awesome. You definitely want to get on their list. This is what I was talking about with reward points. Weekend special, earn 100 bonus points, $10. They're giving you the value there, which is super important. They actually dimensionalize that for the readers. Like, what is 100 points? It's Monopoly money until you tell me, oh, it's $10. Then you grab any non-soap products. Sign in and get squatching. Next one, don't fear your beard, tame it with our new revamped beard oil. This is super direct to products. Like, tame your beard. This is new. It's revamped. It's got 3 cents. Boom, done. Next one from Heart and Soil here. It's not too late to join our challenge. So this is a direct to offer kind of thing. They run an AB30 challenge every year. They've got some social proof in there. Super short. Perfect Keto here. So they've got an SMS list that I really enjoy paying attention to. So first one here is recipe. So very direct. Got this awesome recipe, blueberry muffins. And I would venture to guess that their products are actually in the recipe. So again, that's one where I was talking about with the blog. You can send them to a blog, but then there has to be a way to monetize it, or else you're just working on like purely education. And a little bit of that can be okay, but not too much of it because you still have to make money. Perfect Keto. Looking to kickstart your health journey but don't know how? Explore bestsellers. So direct to bestsellers page. The next one here, I really like this from Perfect Keto, our July bestsellers. So they just did like a July recap. And this was a long email. Like, I couldn't get it all in one screenshot that fit here. But it had like 4 or 5 bullet points of their top sellers for July. So again, this is something I'm going to talk about here in the cost saving tips. They're using an MMS, which is an image. And this thing was super long. So they paid a bunch of money to send this out. So it must convert for them. But you have to watch your credits on a lot of these, because in my experience, it's not really worth it to go like 2 or 3 SMS credits. It's better just to keep it short, sweet, direct. So here's some cost saving tips. Emojis, I've never seen those actually give a lift. All of this, again, you can test it, but this is just what I've learned. I haven't seen emojis do anything different other than they look pretty and cute, but rarely have I seen an emoji out convert a regular SMS. MMS versus SMS. So again, this is an MMS with the image. This is a regular SMS in the middle. So see if it does anything different for your brand. If you're an apparel brand, yeah, you might have to throw a GIF in there to make it rotate through. Like, hey, we've got these 5 new shirts, and they're just rapid fire showing you the shirt. But most of the time, I haven't seen it really change conversions. Pay attention to your message count. So as you're typing it, you get about 180 characters, but that also includes the beginning, like in Klaviyo, where it says like perfect keto right here in these examples. That is counted in your character count. So you really only get like 140 or something like that. So pay close attention to those. And when you're reading SMS tips from specific platforms that focus on SMS, pay close attention to what they're talking about, because everything I just told you in these cost saving tips, they're probably going to tell you to do the opposite of, because it gets them more money from your pocket. So pay attention. They'll also set crazy attribution windows. One of the biggest ones that you have probably heard of, if you looked at these, their default is like 30 days on all their SMS. You get in there and they're like showing, I've personally dealt with this. They're showing a $200,000 attribution for the month that I worked with them, and we had maybe a $30,000 lift. So obviously that's just an attribution problem, not new revenue. So look at your attribution windows whenever you start using any of these platforms. Klaviyo is pretty standard, but some of these other platforms will have crazy attribution windows because it's in their best interest. So just a word of warning. Now, to put all of this in an implementation plan, we'll put a bow on this present here that I've given you. That was a lot of information, so I just want to break this down into something that you can actually do, instead of just going through the mental masturbation here where you are watching a video and then leaving and you get the little dopamine hit and you don't actually do anything. You should do this. Use the implementation plan. So this is what I would do in order. So whether you have a list currently or not, you could start optimizing your list and your SMS plan with these tips. First one, choose an offer from the list I gave you above, and then use it for SMS growth. Either you currently have a list, you can split test this in your pop-ups, or you don't have a list, you can use one of these offers and rotate through one every couple weeks and start testing and see which one hits for your list. Next one, create or optimize your current opt-in form for SMS and include the new offer that I just told you to choose. Send a direct offer to join your SMS list to your email list. Again, that's that offer. So choose that offer, and we're going to use it in our pop-up and our direct offer to your email list. Next one, go through all your current flows and add SMS wherever you feel it could help. Again, follow the guidelines for your specific ESP or SMS platform, but start going through there and adding those in wherever you can. Map out an SMS strategy to include in your next promo. I gave you that 3-day cadence, so you could send it the day after launch, 48 to 72 hours before the sale ends, and then the final day. Just sprinkling those SMS. They will literally take you 30 seconds to write. They are the easiest things ever. It's like, hey, we've got this thing going on. Here's the code to use. And then it ends on Sunday. Like, very simple. Last one here, continue sending SMS at least once per week. So don't let it die off. You've grown this list, or you are growing this list. Keep in contact with them. It's just like email marketing. You can't just let the list die and only email them on Black Friday, contrary to what like 80% of brands do. So yeah, that is your SMS implementation plan. And lastly, if you want more tips and tricks like this, you can always join my email list, which you'll have access to via this doc. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and happy SMSing.